Okay. Just a nice little update. It's not entirely nice. It's at least partially nice. If you all recall, there was a based and red-pilled state legislator named Zooey Zephyr, a trans girl's name if ever there was one, and she is the only trans person, in fact, in the Montana state uh, legislature, and she was censured by by her peers for saying that they had blood on their hands for passing anti-trans legislation. And since then, we've had kind of like a wacky clown show of a series of events. You guys remember how back in Tennessee, our boys, the Justins, were ousted by an extremely racist Republican-led legislature, and in doing so, elevated the cause of our boys, the Justins, to a national stage, getting them an ungodly amount of attention and money and popularity and support that they never would have had previously. Well, Zooey Zephyr has seen quite a lot of attention recently for the work that she's done. Look at this, okay? Absolutely ridiculous. So the consequence of the censure that she was met with meant she could no longer enter the actual like room she's supposed to do her work in. She can submit votes, but only from a distance, basically. But she's still allowed to to show up and do her work uh like in the benches outside. I know this sounds like a classroom thing, like, oh yeah, you're kicked out of the room for being disruptive, but you still need to do your classwork, so you have to do it in the hallway. But that's literally what's happening. That's what's happening. So basically, Zoe started showing up and doing her work publicly in the benches outside the proper voting room. And immediately, this attracted a bunch of negative attention from the majority conservative state. You had these white women. A photo of women snickering at trans lawmaker Zooey Zephyr in Montana looks like a lot of the photos of white people snickering at black people in the 1950s. Spot on title, completely correct. Basically, Zoe's here at a standing desk because these women got here early, these wonderful women, to fill up the couch or the sofa seat, whatever, that Zoe was doing her work on previously. So Zoe just had a standing desk brought, apparently, and started doing her work there. Or maybe there was a standing desk out in the hall. Here's the larger photo. Looks like it may have already been out there. The point is she kept doing her work. So thwarted by Zoe's ability to stand while working, something that these lazy pieces of shit could probably never even dream of, Zoe's partner, Aaron Reed, a pro-trans activist and journalist on Twitter, got swatted because, again, they want you dead. And that is, of course, what swatting is meant to do. Nobody was hurt, thankfully. But, an enormous amount of attention has been brought to the treatment that Zoe has experienced over the past couple of days. I mean, some of the tweets that she's made, like this one, 75,000. One I'm about to show you, 114,000 likes. The one that got the most attention, by the way, and this is just too nice. I had to, right? Zoe proposed to Aaron just a little bit after the swatting. They were at some kind of gay event, whatever gay people do. I don't know. Good for them. Being gay, I don't know. However it works. Many such cases. Some kind of gay event. That's true. Yes. It's just so it's so indicative of the moral character evident on both sides of the aisle here, where on one hand you have a politician fighting for a marginalized group after being censured unjustly by a reactionary legislature, continuing to work right out there in the hallway outside while snickering. Apparently one of these is a mother of a Republican legislator. So like this is someone's mom, like literally mom showed up to work. Great. Sitting here, to fill the little to fill the little couch, to to block her out while she continues to work. Then swatting happens against Aaron Reed, and then a proposal. Like It's good versus evil, isn't it? How much clearer could it be? I swear, when I was younger, I used to think, I'm so much more mature and complex than all these movies where the bad guys are like these evil, obviously villainous people in big towers, and the good guys are all these heroic la-di-da. Well, sometimes in reality, life really is that simple. There's actually sometimes a lot less ambiguity and a lot less complexity. Sometimes growing up is realizing that you're attempting to inject nuance into a situation where it's unwarranted and oftentimes not actually present. This is just pure good versus pure evil. Well, hold on, I shouldn't say pure good versus pure evil. It's good versus pure evil. Thank you. I don't know. Maybe one time Zooey Zephyr cut me off in traffic personally. I've never been to Montana. Maybe she's been to LA. I can't really say. Maybe she's bad secretly. It's called informed simplicity. I like that term, informed simplicity. When you know enough about an issue to understand how simple it is, you know? You have good and you have evil. It's really simple. It's really straightforward. I couldn't not talk about the proposal. It's too sweet. We highlight so many negative stories, but I want this to be seen as a positive. First of all, the state of Montana, to my knowledge, has a population approximately double what you see in this picture. So, low stakes state. Not to sound dismissive, just saying, Montana, right. That's one. Okay. For two, at every level here, a positive demonstration of the moral character of Zooey Zephyr has been has been shown, from the initial comment about blood on their hands to continuing to work through all this to dealing with her girlfriend, now fiancé, getting swatted, to the proposal. It's just a nice show of adversity and strength in difficult times. Wouldn't you all agree? I think it's important to talk about stuff like this. Love wins. They say that and it sounds stereotypical, but I really do mean it. The people who are against us, the people facilitating this genocide, they're demons. They don't understand human emotions. The people in power who are against us are sociopaths. Steven Crowder beats his wife, Tucker Carlson racist text, that, the other, DeSantis smiling as Gitmo detainees throw feces at him. They're demons. They don't have to be. It's not a genetic thing. They could just stop being demons if they wanted to, but they like being demons. And I do think that as humans, we have a fundamental kind of near gravitational pull towards pro-social behavior. I don't think these far-right people are happy. You think these internet Nazis are happy? Like the people who post Wojaks of trans Wojaks hanging themselves, like their lives are going great. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sure. They're incredibly happy. They're miserable. They take it out on people around them, their moms, their dogs. No, they're not happy. But I think they're happy right here. I'm just guessing. I really do think that we have a drive towards pro-social behavior. And that's one of the reasons why I have a lot of faith in our movement. I really do. We are good people fighting for good things, even for the people we don't like, by the way. The drive of left-wing political progressive activism is not the harm of cisgender people. It's simple equality. And liberation for trans people means more freedom for cisgender people. There are plenty of cisgender people who, I don't know, want to be less constrained by social expectations regarding gender. That would benefit from the popularity and exposure of trans liberation. Everyone will be happier.